Hey guys, my name's Steph, I'm Botanist Cool, and today I am here with a good bean named...
Where is the bean?
You're the bean!
Oh. Katie.
I'm here today with Katie, and we are playing some Ayo, Fireball, and Hollow. Welcome on in. We are playing some great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We're not going to get to Dance Deduction, sadly, this time, I think. But I think we are. How have you been, man? We've been doing good here, Fireball. How about you? I think we're... Oh, my shirt's still kind of fucky. Oops. I put on my shirt upside down before we started stream, and I was telling Katie, like, Katie, I gotta fix my shirt. I didn't realize it was still a little fucky. And I think we're... I want to see Dance Deduction so bad. Katie's been talking about it nonstop.
We will not get there for a while, tragically.
Sadly.
I mean, depending on how fast we blast through this one, maybe, but...
We'll see. November 22nd, 1:40... Yeah. Oh, we have the new character, right! Oh, are you ready, Katie, for our amazing voice acting?
It's not gonna be that great. I'm telling you right.
I mean, listen, I know we're critical about my voice acting, but yours is good. Anyways, let's go. Whoa, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom? Ha! A judicial assistant, and a woman no less! Being a sexist pig will not curse my family in the future to have horrible haircuts at all. The rules state that oh goddamn, all right, that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify.
Yes, I fully understand. I asked for only 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence I must hand over to the defense.
Ha! You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded. 5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more. But, Your Excellency!
I am most grateful.
You can play a new game. Hell yeah! Congratulations, Fireball. Oh wow, we have 3 people behind there. Okay. Oh, she's kind of small. Look at our boy here on one side. Look at her, and she's just like small. Just small. Small. Who exactly are you?
I'm sorry, there's no time. Please, accept this for now.
What is it? A report about something? Written in English?
It's Giselle Brett's research.
The Englishwoman's?
After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper.
I swear to God, if it says that she's researching poison, I'm gonna fucking flip. Like, oh, Giselle's, how to poison an individual and not get caught by Giselle Brett. Oh, yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
I'm afraid I don't know.
Oh, great.
I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself.
Oh, no, of course not. Huh. Special characteristics of... What is that? Special characteristics of Curare and its effects on human subjects. Interesting. Curare? What's that? I've never heard of that word before. Time's up! The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom.
There's too little time for me to read it in detail, but I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it.
Which button should I press, Usato? To cast my eye over it, what buttons do I press?
Probably E when the time is right.
Okay, thank you. Wise words. This is wonderful. Thank you.
Goodbye then, and good luck.
Alright, chat, do we press E? Chat, do we press E now or do we press E later? You guys tell me. I'm pressing E now. Can't tell me what to do. Oh, there we go. A poison made from a poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungle of South America. The hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to capacity their prey. Instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses, which would explain why he got burned and didn't react. He was paralyzed. The above mentioned effects occurs when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as inflicted by a blow dart pipe. Well, we're gonna see if he has anything like that, unless it was inflicted via the anesthetic. No, that wouldn't make sense. It's been too long for that. Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxin would have applications as an anesthetic, unless it was the anesthetic. Exactly. Oh my god. However, a solution for respiratory arrest could found the full body process must first found, or patients would die of suffocation. There was actually a very interesting medical tale of like them using a paralytic instead of an anesthetic. So the people who underwent surgery still felt a lot of pain instead of going through anesthesia. The doctors didn't believe them because the paralytic was like that. And they're like, you know what? Fuck that. Doctor, take the paralytic. We're performing surgery on you. And the doctor's like, oh shit, this is horrible. I hate this. This is a paralytic, not an anesthetic.
Oh boy.
I do not remember which specific drug that was, and I would recommend if you want to look at medical history, not to talk to me about it, because I don't know much about it. You have had long enough, counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. I ask the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present the court? I presume not, but...
I presume that girl who came in, just a complete waste of time.
Just a complete waste of time.
As women are.
Oh, look, she handed you a book? Probably nothing important whatsoever. The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing to add, Your Excellency. Ryunosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance.
Wow, if only. I'm so stressed. What could I possibly present? It's a mystery.
Yes, I know, but I don't know what to do. Oh, wow. Look at his strength and conviction in that slam. Your Excellency, the defense has new evidence. That look.
Your eyes, they're no longer darting about as if chasing a fly around the room.
You no longer look like you are sweating enough to fill the entire Pacific Ocean. As such, I will give you one chance, due to the unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett.
Yes, Your Excellency.
If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer.
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid.
Yeah, you better be afraid.
It's not so very long until tea time. I have to politely decline.
Bitch, please, forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realize those phrases a question, however. I must ask you treat this as an order.
I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense.
My apologies, dear lady. So, counsel, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention? My university carpet! Miss Jazeel, oh my god. Look how confident he's standing. Look at the boy, Katie.
He's grown up, my son. I'm so proud of him.
Look at his shoulders. Look at how he holds his hands. Look at how he's just staring in one direction, not darting at every single moment. Look at he's grown
So
up.
proud of my son.
Oh my god. It's like he wears his badge of pride now. Mr. Zealbret, we understand you were studying under Dr. Wilson at Yuma University doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence perhaps, into a deadly poison. What? Poison. Where are you going with this, Council? A toxin known as Cure, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death. What? What complete and utter nonsense? Cure, you say? I've never heard of it. You wouldn't have done. Wait, what? You wouldn't have done?
I guess you wouldn't have heard. I don't know if that's like the proper way to state that or if that's a typo. I'm not sure.
Honestly, I've heard Elijah say very similar things. So like, I feel like it's a British thing.
It might be. Oh, apparently, it's actually a thing.
You wouldn't have done?
No, Cure. I don't know how to pronounce it. Cure. It's apparently actually a thing.
Oh, cool.
The first paralytic used in anesthesia.
So that might be that might actually be the story I was trying to say before.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, and the same origin. It was discovered in South America and first used in poison arrows for hunting. Yep, that tracks.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I guess it's real then. That's awesome.
That's really cool.
I had always wondered if it was real, but I never got around to looking it up.
That's fair. What do you mean? I mean you wouldn't have heard of Cure before for one simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country. God, butlery. It doesn't exist? Correct, which means no matter what test the police can do for toxins, they never identify Cure. Oh my god.
You see curare or
Curare?
I'm on the Wikipedia page.
Fair enough. Why? Because there is no test available that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison. What? Order, order, order. Council, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to this report, authored by the visiting research student from England, Cure has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it is reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows! The report states that it is produced from an extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I want to see something real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. Katie, I believe in you.
Hey streamers, what's up?
You'll be able to hear me, don't worry.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Not fighting bugs.
What's up, streamers? What's your favorite Ace Attorney character? Like, comment, and subscribe below. Wait, this is Twitch, not YouTube. What's the thing you do on Twitch? Send those little bit things, etc. Who's actually here? Sound off in the comments.
Alright. So, Katie.
Yeah?
You remember how I have a book of some of the most poisonous plants in the world?
Sure.
Well, I have a book called Poisonous Herbs and Poisonous Plants and the Herb That Killed Lincoln's Mother. It's one of my favorite books. It is. and it has a plethora of plants that are all poisonous, been used in history and all that good stuff. And I lost it, so it has no relevance to right now, but I do have it, so I will look it up later.
Let's see. Wikipedia plant sources. Click. In the family Menispermaceae.
I do not know that family specifically. Anyways, I'm gonna continue.
Other families. Okay. Well, let's continue.
Yeah. And it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims the animal shot by this arrow laced with cure suffered instant death. But that about summing up, Miss Brett.
Attention!
Trumpery! These aspersions are utter trumpery! To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would have surely noticed. That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector? Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. According to this, however, the other way around. It's the other way around. What do you mean the other way around? The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that cure was used. Explain yourself, counsel. I love how our boy here, Rinosuke, is like looking through all the papers, and I could just be like, I'm looking for the relevant pieces to give Kazuma, and Kazuma's gonna read them all out real quick. Like that's exactly what I'm imagining right now, because otherwise I do not understand.
I mean, that's the mood, and I love it.
It's great. They're a good working team. I bet for the rest of the two games, it's only going to be those two against the world.
Could be.
Is Kazuma going to die?
Steph, why would that ever happen?
That is such a scary tone you had. Oh my god. Oh no.
Come on, Steph. Why would your co-counsel ever die in an Ace Attorney game? That's crazy talk.
No! It's like a Mia situation. Oh shit. Oh no, I was saying that as a joke.
Don't mind, don't worry about it.
Oh, she's changing her story. She doesn't want me to get spoilers before it happens. This happens every goddamn time. Like I hit on something, she's just like, nah, don't worry, Steffi, you're good. And then it happens, and I'm just like, fuck! The moment the toxin enters the person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they're in total agony, there'd be no visible signs of pain at all. How terrible. Obviously, if a man lost all his strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the process is so severe, it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. Respiration? In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move. That's hideous! To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully to an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly cure poison. I love how three of the five people look terrified. Are you suggesting that this bottle, Counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison? This is all very convenient, isn't it? A hitherto known unknown poison, which there is no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defense.
Ahem, if I may.
All these facts, you think you're so Shut up.
'Tis you who must be taught.
Of course! Dear lady!
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
What?
You steal another's honest hard work, then announce the results as if you discovered them.
Wait, completely. We're not announcing. We're not publishing this in a journal. This is a completely different scenario, Brett. Oh my god. You cocky little son of a gun.
I'm appalled. What a loathsome act.
Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime, that really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Objection!
Enough of this! I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules! What's so funny?
Oh, excuse me, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett.
May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
Oh, is she gonna drink? Well, yes, I don't see, why not? Is she gonna break the glass in her hands? Come on, let's do it.
Don't you get a bit too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys?
Sorry?
To an English woman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics. It's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers!
Wait, what are you doing?
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair.
Unless she poisoned the glass.
Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned.
So, no cure. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying?
You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in the grand venue. Most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett.
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with all the assistance you have given. This doesn't make sense. There has to have been poison in that bottle. So how? How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't understand it.
Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
There has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there? But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have kneeled over dead. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now. The bottle of water. Contains a save point! I'm gonna say contains no poison. Let me double check actually the thing here real quick though, because it's introduced via injection. So the bottle has no poison. I'm very confident in that. As I thought, there is no poison in that bottle. What? Why? Ryunosuke? Isn't it obvious? If there was poison there, she'd be dead by now. Sometimes, your unadulterated naivety really astounds me. But sometimes, it's in need of a good staining until it's as dark as your uniform in the ways of the world. Oh, is that what this color is supposed to represent? That was a guileless ending to a promising line of inquiry. Oh, fuck.
Just here, I am so fucking sure.
For which you will be penalized. This whole trial is poisoned. There has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there? But there can't have been. There can't have been unless. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water contains no poison! Was it activated by the carbonation, maybe? The culprit did put pure rare poison into Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position. You're serious?
Penalty.
Fool, are you blind? There's no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw Miss Brett drinking the water from it?
That's right, which rather complicates your argument, I think.
And I believe that complication can be explained. How exactly? He's gonna go that through the GI tract that has no... It's the same logic, different bullshit. Okay, fuck you. Fuck you, game.
Well, you need to get a little bit there, but...
Yeah, I gotcha. I need to somehow think all the things that don't quite add up here one by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. It has to be. Very well, if the defense truly intends to assert this claim. His eyes get targeting again. Then I must ask you to support this assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume the supposedly poisoned bottle of water unscathed? He drinks it. It gets in through the wounds on his teeth. He just had an operation in his mouth. His teeth are fresh and open. They're pulled out. He had an operation in his teeth. It goes through the teeth because it's an open wound getting into the bloodstream.
Clever.
She doesn't have a bloodstream. She doesn't have an open wound in her mouth.
She doesn't have a bloodstream.
She's a fucking robot.
Her heart is black sludge.
The answer to the riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report. That's not a valid explanation. No? After all, we don't speak English. That report is utter gibberish. This imprudent young scoundrel trying to ridicule you in court, Your Excellency. I'm not trying to ridicule anyone, honest. I'm just reading Susato-san's notes. I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. You will direct us to the pertinent section, counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle? We've been hearing a lot about this Curare poison. And it's left me curious about something. Oh, counsel? Well, it sounds as though the indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years. Place the heads of arrows and that they shoot at whatever they're hunting. So we've been led to believe, yes. And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat. Get to the point, please! But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Yes, good point. So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because that'd mean they'd be eating poison. Good gracious, counsel! No, that would be madness. But I actually found the answer to that conundrum. Research paper in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see, that makes sense. Yes, and the mention of that particular detail seems a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written here like this. When the cure enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. What? Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew Curare's special characteristics, and you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself.
Meddling little...
What?
Rapscallion?
That's a fucking living swan? Well, Ryunosuke, it turns out that swan's a fucking live. Holy shit. Well, you're also a better lawyer than I ever thought you'd be. Really? Me? A lawyer?
Ridiculous.
All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I don't see how it's possible.
So, the ill-bred puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish? Flaw?
As even your brain has managed to deduce, Curare is safe to ingest. Is that how you say it? No.
Yeah, fair enough. I've gone from curare to curare to whatever, like...
I just had it here, Curare.
Curare.
It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus.
Oh, yes, well, of course! Gastric suckers, what are they?
So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he?
Ah! That's right! Good gracious.
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no? Humana, humana.
Humana, 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 humana. Order! Order in the court! Order! The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest? Yes! This Curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial. We just put it in the bottle for funsies.
That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you can understand something as simple as that.
I cannot wait to see the rest of these people's, like, hats, because if this is what this hat does, I cannot wait to see every other fucking hat. What? Oh, I thought we were entering, like, a fucking Magatama thing, like we have, like, a fucking, like, mini game here, like, what the fuck's going on?
Oh, it's time for our boy to shine.
What is this? Welling up inside me. Oh, is he gonna say the word?
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 Is he gonna say the words? I never felt like this before. It's sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
Objection!
Objection! I don't think so, Miss Jazeel Brett.
How dare you use that tone with me?
Oh my god, her fucking mask is so big right now. Jesus Christ.
It's forced perspective stuff.
You know very well that there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. As we know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by this cure rare? Wrong button. As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. A fatal difference. Fucking looks so stupid now, the mask. She's so fucking funny. I'm so sorry. Like, I can't not look at it. Just be like, like it's like 10 times the size of her head right now.
Pretty good.
The toxic effects of curate are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. For a healthy person with no injuries, drinking this is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water? Inside? Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Ah! Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day.
Ah!
So that's it. You use that knowledge to orchestrate this. Is she laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are so puerile.
What? What do you mean?
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough.
I've got a gun to kill you with!
You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it.
No!
I mean, it could just slip.
She essentially just admitted that it is vital evidence, though.
Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
No! What is it? What just happened? It's the Englishwoman! She smashed a bottle and in the Supreme Court! What a terrible blunder! Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from that broken bottle as possible at once.
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it.
How could you? You won't get away with this.
You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we, if there really was poison in the bottle. Or not.
You.
Let us not forget. We still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution?
Oh, of course, of course. You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady.
That's right, and really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor... yes, the poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So of course the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection!
No, you killed the victim that day using Curair. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, you had all you had to do was turn the dead professor around in his chair. You see, you had every opportunity to commit this crime.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. A hidden gun, you say? I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence.
Exactly! And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused Ryunosuke Naruhodo. This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now she's really gonna get away with it? The way she destroyed the evidence was obscene. Ryunosuke! Yes, we've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish this. What? What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So, if there are any clues left for us now to use, it must be in your head. In my head? You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend on. Hey, Stevie. Well,
Hey there.
yes, that's true, but let me do a quick shot to Stevie. There you go. But I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. Think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell. What I saw, what I felt. Every color. Wait, what are we looking at? Fucking black and white photos.
We have become Godot.
We have become Godot. Is Kazuma right? Somewhere, the vibrant memory of the same scene in my head. Could there have been another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer?
No.
Nah, there ain't shit, dog. Except the steak! He couldn't have eaten the steak! He had dental surgery! Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue. Haha! You always had something up your sleeve, didn't you, Ryunosuke? Come on then, let's wipe the smug smile off that English woman's face with some evidence. Alright! I can't wait! It's been...
Niggling.
niggling. It's been niggling at me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories on that day. Whatever it could be would be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. It's here somewhere. The clue that shows. It's here somewhere. I wonder where it can be. Where can this clue be? Where?
Mystery.
Can I see the original one real quick? There was no blood on this. What fucking bullshit? I am sorry.
I love this game a lot.
Wrong one. There's still no blood on it. What bullshit? I'm sorry. Anyways.
Take that!
Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this. Yes, what is it? He's still miles away. Probably thinking about that bottle being smashed. As you've said it a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of the steak that you took to the victim's table that day. Wait a minute! Where are you going with...
Where are you going with this, little boy?
He lapped up that blood because he was thirsty with his meat. Oh my god. It's just a memory that's been troubling me.
What memory?
I saw the scene shown in the photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on was a splattering of blood. What?!
Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor.
No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything here. And my memory superposed onto the photograph. The plate of steak is most directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson from the chest, from the front, there's no way that blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him. Ah! Yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor as you were.
That's you.
Yeah. I was so confused because it switched up like to her. Jazeel Brett.
I beg your pardon.
Objection!
This is beyond ridiculous, fabricated nonsense. The court seriously expected to believe something that the accused apparently just remembered seeing.
It's me, I coughed on the plate, I'm sorry.
This could be the moment my entire career in the police force has been leading up to. I've only committed mild perjury up till now, but now I shall redeem myself. Inspector, you mean... Yes, I took the plate!
To be fair, they weren't gonna... He took it because they weren't gonna keep it.
Probably
it's
not,
very
yeah.
funny.
Yeah. In the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime, I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
Oh look, he has the things that you tie on the sleeves that you thought were stupid on Godot's thing.
Yeah, they still are stupid.
No, they're useful. They keep your cuffs up.
They're still stupid.
You did what?
I took the steak that you've been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeants had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice.
You should You just look at him and it's like, this man in a different context would be arrested immediately.
I love him. He's such a meme.
He's so good.
Oh, please tell me he's the gumshoe of our game. I mean, Sherlock, I guess, but... Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it, now! Inspector! The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Yes, sir! Why is he bleeding? I was just gonna lurk, but now I'm too into this. Stevie, that's valid.
Probably tuberculosis, Steve.
Probably tuberculosis. Sorry for the delay. Here is what you ordered. The steak. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it? Lurking and playing a game or just straight up watching it valid? Of course there isn't. Quickly, Inspector, the blood man! Show the court! Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure. No. No blood. No blood anywhere. But no, that's impossible! I know I saw it. I'm sure of it. I wonder if I could turn it upside down. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy.
It's like a Pokemon call.
You see, this is why I can't say... This is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you.
It does sound like a fucking Pokemon, that swan on their head.
It does, right?
It does. Ah.
Pain. You
fucking
word.
moron. In the case of this disgrace to the Empire, I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in this trial.
Let's hope so. This let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise I'll do my best to forget all about it when it's over.
Ha! The sorry-looking snake reveals the fact all too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes us to examine it again, be my guest. I bet I can examine it again. Was the play I saw or thought I saw just a figment of my imagination? Let's take a look. Oh. Flop! There goes the steak. Oh no! The hell? Hold on, let me look at this picture real quick.
Stuff the flashing blue stuff. Stuff the flashing blue.
Oh, this flashing blue. I forgot about that actually. When the stakes are high, yes. What? Huh? What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban koi. It's a hallmark from the Hoei era, I believe. It's the wrong plate! It's the wrong goddamn plate! No, that's not what I mean. What is it? I mean, what is it doing there? Wait, did you say it was a Hoei Koban? Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This is the first time there's been talk about a Hoei Koban. I've heard of pearls and swines, but never heard of bullion and bullion. And I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. This means... Stupid. I'm pretty sure that's about it. This is it now. I've lost. Bionosuke! It's not
Calm the
over
fuck
yet.
down.
Chill, partner. It's okay. It's not over yet until the final gavel.
Until the fat gavel sings.
Until the fat gavel sings. Huh? Never stop believing yourself. And if you can't believe yourself, believe in the me that believes in you. Keep looking forward no matter what. What was it? Hold on. Wait, what was it saying? Hold on.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in the me that believes in you. You got it.
No. I want to sound cool saying this. It's not gonna work, but
Yeah. I don't even know what you're gonna say, but
what's that one line that Mia Fey always says that she got from Godot?
you can't. I think it's you keep it. There's like some different variations on it. It's you can't. One of them is you can't cry until it's all over. Another one I think is to like keep smiling until it's all over, but I can't remember exactly how.
Yeah, I can't. I tried looking it up and I couldn't find it, so I'm gonna ignore it now. Believe in myself, really? Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of the evidence in the trial will be unnecessary. So don't do it, player. Does the defense have any objection? That bloodstain was going to clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all? Nah. Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth. And on page 4, you won't believe what that is. The only thing shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak.
Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial.
Why is there a coin there? I am sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel, for the defense, you will now clearly show the court what you are alluding to. Where precisely on this beefsteak is this new clue to be found? I can't lift up the steak, god damn it.
Got it.
No, Counsel, I'm afraid that won't do. That was ambiguous at best. When you're asked to identify the detail like this, you must... What?
Are you sure there's not a button you can press? Try examining it again?
Yeah, I'll try it again.
Press any button except the present button.
I had to press space first. Huh? What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
weird.
this is already that. It's in case you weren't proactive in that, which I'm always proactive. I always want to know the deets.
Yeah. Does anyone know that this isn't how trials work, but I also love this? Hey, welcome to the Ace Attorney franchise, Stevie. Where perjury doesn't exist and the points don't matter.
And also, it's a parody on more of the Japanese legal system, although when we go to English, again, it's not exactly how it works, but there's more of a parody on how the English system will work.
Yeah, and
versus the Japanese system where there's no jury.
And Herlock Shlomes will be a thing, and my British accent, which will be horrible, will be a thing.
Got it.
Good gracious, that's... Koban?
What on earth?
A Hoei era one at that. Miss Brett! This is, in fact, the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? This isn't, in fact, the beefsteak you ordered at the... There we go. Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat?
Ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part of it.
It's anime, Stevie. I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef at the moment's distraction. Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath a piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now. He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency? Yes, Counsel. It's all moldy ill. A rare Hoei Koban has just appeared to be hidden underneath this piece. A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If that turns out to be irrelevant to this case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now. By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyways.
He's not even a lawyer.
I know, right?
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Even though I'm the one on trial here. The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what's doing under the steak. The owner! Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. The owner of this Koban was found underneath the beefsteak is... Where's the old man? Oh, here he is.
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be the antique dealer and owner of Rasuti, Curio Korakuda-san.
Harry, as in Mr. Cucumber something. Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
Ah, yes! The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with the Koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired. A gunshot interests me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for the treasure. And shaking like a chihuahua. Indeed, the Hoei era Koban. My prized coin. Then this Hoei era... Go on?
I was just reading Stevie. It's like, I think it would have been funnier if it was
humbled,
multi.
yeah, ill.
It would have been a little bit funny.
Then this Hoei era Koban. Do you mean to tell me? No, please. Why would the Kurokoto-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense.
Correct.
Which is why I'm asking to bring Kurokoto-san back to the witness stand so we can ask him. Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay. God damn it. This is a long first trial. You were right.
I told you. It's like probably the longest one in the series.
Wait, what, really?
The longest intro trial.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, this is the longest trial? God damn, okay.
No, not the longest trial.
I can't believe we come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch. A strong hunch. That if we chase it down to the real significance of this Koban, we'll find that it's a key element in the case. God, what were these? Oh my God, we have 4 people on the stand? Oh my God, we have 4 people on the stand. What is this about? Why haven't I been called up again? Don't you realize it's dinner for little boy Idol? When my son's belly's empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves. Exploited by the police we were, like miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness. And when cast from the courtroom myself, I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. Yoda am I. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence. Oh my god! Jesus Christ, dude, are you okay? Hey Matt, hey Zach, how you doing today? Be that as is may, Korakura-san. Something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as... Wah!
Ouch, his foot.
What?
Look at his foot. Ow.
Oh shit! Oh no! The knife is in the military dude's foot! Oh my god! Oh no! These voices must be
Poor
heard.
little baby Liz like, no!
No, not my daddy's foot! No! That's funny. That's funny. The voices, only some of the voices hurt my throat, and not really anymore. They used to hurt my throat more. Like Von Karma's, that one fucking ripped my throat apart.
Yeah, which is why I kept telling you not to do it. And also why I'm here, so that I can at least voice some of the voices.
I mean, Kitty's also here because she's a good friend and she brings joy
And also
to this.
that, but also if you had to voice every single character, you would have no voice.
I would have no voice. That is very true. Enjoy your workday, Zach. Hopefully everything's going you. It's great here. That. Yes, that's it. The one. The very one. The very exact one that it is. The resplendent, splendiferous holy treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day. It can't be. As I thought. Young man, am I in this discrepant old fool? Put me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices. Hey, I did drink. My bottle's just invisible. I did drink though, I promise. See, the bottle is literally green. It is invisible. Seems like I redeemed hydrate drink, and I'm like, I did. It's just invisible.
Yeah, sure, that's what they all say.
That's what they all say. You good, Stevie? We found your coins. Oh, I said that already. Sandwich? Sandwich? Soaking? Seriously? Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident, which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose. Somebody concealed my holy treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate? Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing? Excuse me, could I say something? Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Ah, yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation. La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. The poor man's just getting his mustache pulled on. Like no goddamn tomorrow. Like his face is just like being pulled off screen every second. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts, part of the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being infected. That's how you were sent undercover, is it? Yes, I took the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief, the fucking Nosa. Nosa, we gonna kick your ass, So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief in the work of the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about a master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korokuda-san's koban is all too clear. What? What? I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us who the despicable scoundrel that stole Korokuda-san's koban and hid it under the stake is. I mean, right? Is there a baby option? Oh. Yeah, I was gonna blame the baby.
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be you! Sergeant Yesanosa! What? How? How dare you, you monster! Monster? I stole that koban, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me. It was Ido! Ido's the mastermind behind this!
There you go.
He said
Weren't
that.
expecting that, were you?
The baby's like, what? Oh shit, that's good. Holy shit, that's really good. Oh fuck, I'm making that a clip real quick. He's like, wait, what the fuck? Please tell me I gotta voice Ido next. Hello, I am the master thief, Baby Ido. You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby? It is you who is the monster, Sergeant Nosa.
Oh god, not this part.
Yeah. Ah! Clippity cloppity, clippity cloppity, clippity cloppity, clippity clop. Ah! Wait, are we actually hear the baby talk now? What the fuck? The Poland Imperial Army, Sergeant Isan Yesanosa, preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. Ida's like, me
Just a
too.
little baby giggle as he broke his father's back.
I know, right? Do any of you know of the extraordinary low wages that the Poland Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe? I understand that temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. I have heard it is hard for lower ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant. The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days I'd go in and do some reconnaissance for a target. Then I enjoy chopping my way through a good steak at the same time. Looks like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable. And your target that day was the old man in his koban. Yes, sir. It was an easy mark. I slipped the coin in my pocket without any trouble at all. A venerable phantom thief you are. I was all set to leave the steak. I was halfway through devouring when it happened. Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I know too. I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could. On the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. Ah, yes, let me go back to my restaurant and say, hey, do you remember that steak I had 3 days ago? Can I eat it again? I was so close to finishing it off.
Or just like hoping that like you could just have your steak back once the restaurant closed or once the people were arrested, which is not unreasonable.
Fair.
Although he's still ridiculous.
Just a little bit, yeah. This is ridiculous.
Perhaps you could carry on with all this absurd prattling in your own time.
Well, Miss Brett. Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. Wait, they just admitted this is not Miss Brett's plate.
No, they didn't get there yet.
May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency. Indeed. The theft of the Koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder.
Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me.
What nonsense, is it? Well...
And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork...
So I was right when I was saying the steaks are two different steaks.
Perhaps.
I was right! This game was gaslighting me!
It sure was. It's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Very well, now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day.
Hold it! Aww. Yunosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time to be daydreaming. Oh, no, it's just... Something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I think there's a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking. Make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later. If you don't call out now, it'll be too late, and the trial will be over. I'm walking away now. See you later. Fuck. Wait, Miss Brett.
What is it now?
I'm afraid just one last time. Something I'd like to ask you. I'd like to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago.
What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What student nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke?
Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Yes, I'm right. You said there, expose an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see some. I went to an old judge. I'm going to need to see some evidence, counsel. If Miss Brett's words are truly a contradiction, where is the evidence to prove it? It might be the same steak. I don't know. Loki the Octo redeemed cat ears for 10 minutes. Hello, Loki. How are you? Give a quick shout out in a second, Loki. How do my cat ears look, Katie?
You're still putting them on the stream. Beauteous.
Thank you. Thank you, Katie.
Although the green in it is causing some funny stuff.
Oh, yeah. 100%. The knife looks dirty. Maybe? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, too, maybe. Because it looks like the knife's been used.
Well, of course, she's a lady. She would cut it with a knife and fork.
He wouldn't. And that doesn't look like a cut piece of steak. It looks like a bitten into piece of steak. Oh, I'm saying. Does that look like a gentle cut? No, that looks like a mandible bite. Best cat guy ever? Yeah. Damn straight. I'm the most kawaii. Give a quick shout out to Loki, and we'll continue on with this.
Take that!
The photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred. What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table. The steak Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on. Here for once, not just force you to wear cat ears. Beautiful. Enjoy the horrible voice acting on my end, Loki. More accurately, Your Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Now you're just splitting hairs. Not true. Doesn't something with the steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. She's realized it. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett. Noticed what exactly, Counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could ever contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a fork and knife. Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself. Then take a good look at the steak, in particular the edge where it's been eaten. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. Ah! Oh!
Ah!
It looks like Miss Brett has realized something. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating something without a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth mark in the steak at all. But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful Miss Brett was ravenously hungry and couldn't... Oh, whatever you say, dear lady.
I said I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer.
Of course, of course. This will be over in a blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Just leave everything to...
I've heard enough. You irritating little speckled samurai relic.
Of course! Dear lady! What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. I know, right, Stevie? It sounds like a fucking Pokemon. She realized that catastrophic implications that those teeth marks in the steak have for her. Ryunosuke, do you know where you're going with this?
No.
I've just been going at it. I've just been going at this by instinct. I have no idea what's happening. Wait, question. Hey, Stevie, you're from the UK, right? If the swan is in Japan, is it still under property of the king or queen? Like, is it still under property of the monarch if the swan is in Japan? Or is it only in the UK? Even though it was, like, from the UK. That's the question.
Swan can't go to jail, Steph.
But I want to arrest the swan. Yes, now at last it's all come together. The mysterious teeth marks in the steak that have allegedly been eaten with cutlery. If it's from the UK, it's property of the queen. Okay, well, king now. Okay, yeah. So, in other words,
At this time, it's the queen. We're in Victorian age.
either way, it's property of evil. Thank you. So, okay. So we have confirmed that this is indeed property of the queen, and she has stolen it. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all that who shot Dr. Wilson that day. I accept these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? That's one way to flip the queen the bird. Everything, Your Excellency. Everything! Yes, I believe these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amounts to conclusive evidence that, in this case, evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Conclusive evidence. How many times have I heard that today?
And how many times have you destroyed conclusive evidence? Huh.
You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats.
How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago.
Oh, so Stevie, this game does have period accurate racism. It is, like, as an example, this is taking place in, like, what, the 1800s?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's something in the 1800s. It's Victorian age England. I forget what age Japanese.
I'll say this, I appreciate it, and as a content creator, I will refrain from using anything that is overtly, like, obvious.
Well, so here's the thing, right? Is like,
yeah.
First of all, this game was written by Japanese people, obviously.
100%,
so it's not
yeah.
white people writing it into there. It's period accurate.
Yeah. It's meant to actually like reflect the period itself,
yeah.
not to be racist.
Yeah. Second of all, like, it's obviously always clearly wrong.
Yeah.
And third of all, they don't use any like actual slurs or anything. They do use some kind of racist insults, but not like any terrible slurs or anything. I've played through the whole games, so I know.
Yeah.
So I just want to, like, if it makes people uncomfortable, obviously that makes sense, but I want to reassure that, like, you're not going to use like actual slurs or anything.
It's not meant to be, it's meant to be period accurate in terms of like, yeah, this is how this was back in the 1800s to a relative degree. We're not going to be obscene about it, but we're going to present it as if it was that, you know? Which I can appreciate.
Yeah. And again, like, if people are uncomfortable, that's totally fine. I'm just assuring you that, like, it's not going to suddenly whip out something like awful. Like, people are going to say things and you might be like, Jesus Christ, but they're always in the wrong for saying it, etc., etc.
Yeah. I did just try to fix my... Wait 1 second. But yeah, no. Stevie says, I mean, yeah, it's appreciated not to remove the racism, so I think I decided I like it. Yeah, that's valid. It's definitely something that, you know, for some people, it's gonna be funky, and that's valid. Like, I can't blame you for, like, being like, wow, you know?
But long story short, yes, she's racist, and there's a lot, especially when we go to England, a lot of background microaggression racism that just sort of pops up. Just as a fair warning.
And I think that's good for them. Cool. I was gonna be very, but like, it makes you uncomfortable. However, that's how it's supposed to make you feel, even when someone is racist. Exactly. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Hasn't been? What? But just because that's been shown yet doesn't mean the evidence does not exist. This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already, and you say the evidence is yet to be brought forward. That can't be! I don't believe you have it. I don't! But there is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. If that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well, I have a feeling this will be my last request for the defense in this trial. Who possesses the evidence, conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair?
Take that!
Counsel, I'm disappointed, as this is likely your last chance. Would have expected you to be taking it more seriously.
Okay.
It seems you need some waking up. Oh, I can take off my cat ears. Perhaps a penalty will help focus your mind. Ah! Now we've come this far. Wait, was it not Brett? There's one
What
person.
would she have, Steph?
The plate.
No. There's someone else who has the plate.
Not the detective. You have two plates?
Who has the perfect evidence collection of everyone?
It's a good point. It's a good point.
He only brought you Brett's plate, but he said earlier that he had the other plate.
Did he?
He did.
Oh, I missed that.
He straight up said it. And I'm only telling you because you have 2 penalties.
Yeah, no, I've absolutely missed. I missed that.
Take that!
The answer is obvious. It's Inspector
The answer's
Hosonaga.
obvious. Who could possibly not know?
What? I have it. Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That is ridiculous. Tuberculosis. No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on the steak with the teeth marks. Yes! Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoyed chomping my way through a good steak. As well as admitting to stealing Kurakura-san's coin, he told us that it slipped under the steak. You watch it, cadet! I'm a superior officer! Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? The steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak? Attention! Affirmative, of course! I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it. In other words, the steak the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal. But that makes no sense! The plate was taken from the victim's table.
Objection!
Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin.
Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox? Exactly, surely you're not gonna suggest that the sergeant switched the steaks over. You fool. You fool. You fool! Well, fuck! You did switch the plates? Well, after it happened, when I saw the civilian had murdered right in front of my eyes, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. Oh, then when I saw the waiter announce he was an undercover policeman, I thought I had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. Welcome on in, Raiders. Let me give a quick shout out to Natural Winter. Hello, Winter.
Hello there.
I hope you're doing well, Natural Winter. Me and Katie here are playing some Ace Attorney. We're in the thick of it. So, Winter can't read Ray. Let's go. And a quick shout out to Rokuro as well. I hope you guys are ready because we are kind of at the apex of this fantastic voice acting bit we're doing here with Ace Attorney. So, I hope you're ready for this. Great, great stuff. So, when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. Did Raid and Dash? Aw, love you too, Winter. Big hearts. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table.
What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing.
It was called Operation It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There's no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you, so yes, I did what had to be done. Unbelievable! However, fear not, prosecution-san. What now? I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform, that's all I did, sir. All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant! So, if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate was on back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Early in this trial, you told the court this. So that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. That, to preserve evidence, you had taken both. Ah! That is correct. My pleasure, Ellie. How you doing? Then please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
That possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat. It can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
Objection!
No, you're not wiggling your way out of this. You're not wiggling your way out of it this time, lady.
I beg your pardon?
Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why the steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you, no?
You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me.
The reason the defense asked to see the plate was to confirm something the defense remembers seeing.
He thinks he remembers.
I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further, Inspector. You will show the evidence to the court. Present the beefsteak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Yes, sir! God, he's so... Is this the new one? Sorry for keeping you waiting. It is cleanly cut. Here's the other steak and its plate. Please feel free to examine it. Do you guys see a blood stain?
No, just ketchup.
Can you point on the screen to where the blood stain is? Like, it's clearly visible. Look! No blood here. Now, this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhado-san to have shot the victim. It can't be. In fact, there's only one person who could have possibly shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows this by now. I'm pretty sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right, Miss Jazeel Brett. It's you! Ooh, swan meltdown, let's go. The poor swan.
Outdone by a Japanese? Me? A Japanese schoolboy? No. No. No!
Jesus Christ.
Ah!
Did chicks come out of the hat? Cheep, 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 cheep. That's the little black chick. Cheep, cheep. What the fuck just happened? Is she dead?
Oh, she's fine, don't worry.
Wait, did she just die? Oh my god, I love the little chicks. Oh my god. Hey, Steve, Stevie, if there were swan born from a mother swan in a different country that was owned by the queen, are these baby swan also owned by the queen?
Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure.
Please tell me the chicks are still on the tables.
Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me.
No, the gun! If it's born in Japan, I think it's technically Japanese. Okay.
Dual citizenship.
Full citizenship, naturalization.
Dual citizenship.
Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time.
Gladly, Your Excellency.
Do we have another thing to go through? Holy shit. Okay, it's not another cross-examination.
It was I who took the professor's life using curare. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
So, you plan to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison will be found in his water. Because curare is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it would all be over. I would place the steak that I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he'd been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table.
That would be me, I suppose.
Yes, you. Who else?
Me.
Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over and greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point. I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment.
A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man.
I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt.
I thought the swan was gonna be a gun for a second. Like it opens its mouth and just bah!
Bah!
Bah, 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 bah. Under your skirt! So I was right, there were two guns.
Yes.
And then I finished my coffee, got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun. Which it's in an egg. Which you'd presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure I would have noticed it.
And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I'd intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up,
that's when you shot the professor off your own gun. Even though at that point he was already dead.
naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared.
Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him in to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around.
Because, of course, we need to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he'd picked up the gun.
So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor.
I just went 5 miles over the speed limit, officer, I promise. So out of curiosity, she can be like the big bad evil guy in the second one as well. Like, is she getting off scot-free?
Your Excellency,
Yes!
I wonder, might I speak with you in private later?
I shall call on you.
Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san.
We don't see her eyes a single goddamn time. Yet. It would seem this trial has finally run its course. God fucking damn it. I presume the prosecution is in agreement. This can't be. Takatsuchi Ouchi does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student. You'd better start getting used to tough opposition. Yonosuke Naruhodo! What? Yes? This insult to the Ouchi family name will never be forgotten! You've become conceited with age, Council. But the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. Pull the sword and kill him. Do it. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Oh my god, he actually pulled the sword.
Perish.
Oh my god! 1,000 millennia may pass, and still, the Ouchi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. Nah, I bet 200 years will be different, right? This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in this country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Yonosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. Thank you, Your Excellency. I'm going back to being absolutely bug-eyed and freaking out about everything because my adrenaline is now gone. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigations and new procedures of justice. The new fruit of law awaits, but what will it look like? I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Sogi. Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on your journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can, absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand. I'm alive, just playing a game. Hell yeah, welcome back on in, ship. I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Ah, never mind. As for you, Ryonosuke Naruhodo. Oh, yes? In you I sense, how can I put it? Unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency. It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryonosuke Naruhodo, not guilty.
Sakura.
Where the fuck is the tree?
Instead of the confetti, it's Sakura.
Where the fuck is the tree?
In our hearts.
In our hearts, great.
It's flowing with the same wind as Asogi's.
This court is now adjourned. God damn. The fucking ending when the swan's just going fucking crazy and like having 10 kids.
I lost my mind the first time I saw that.
It's so funny. What's your question, Zach? It's so goddamn funny. She's going all around. She launched like 20 birds. With like, how did you decide your name? Good question. Actually, a friend of mine in college gave it to me. When I graduated, she wrote me a card. She said, "You're Botanist Cool" on it because we were really close friends, and I was graduating, and she was not. So as a gift, she drew me a card, and she said, "You're Botanist Cool." So I just took the name and kind of went with it.
I didn't know that. That's cute.
I still have the card too. It's somewhere in my closet. I have like a specific like little art like thing where I put like physical pieces of art I get from people. I'm a horticulturalist. I actually work in a botanical garden. Yes, so I'm a literal plant doctor, 100%. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma, my completely platonic friend. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place at Yume University Street. Don't forget. Very cool, yes, very poggers. Oh, good afternoon! All your hard work has certainly paid off. Oh.
Excuse me, I had something in my throat. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocent.
I thought those were bad. Ah, our trustworthy judicial assistant. You've worked hard for that result, you know. This makes terrariums? That's awesome.
Oh no, I didn't do anything.
Thank you so very much. If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out.
Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to university and investigate.
Your father? Ah, yes, of course.
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
Speaking of Mikotoba... Ah, there you are! I believe congratulations are in order! Haha! There you are! Naruhodo, you did an excellent job! Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you after all. Your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Good friend? Oh, yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yume University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson. They were lovers, Stevie says. No, they were roommates. They were close friends. Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together? I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country, it leads the world. In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy, and see what the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn what I can. He's gonna die because we're going to Britain. He's gonna fucking die. I swear this on the spirit of the Asogi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And who needs to go. Oh, wow. Okay. Same hat. It cuts down anything in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. That reminds me. What happened to the woman? The Jazeel Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Ah, yes, sir. It's not easy to tell you this, but... What do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit, after all. She will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai. What? Shanghai? Jazeel Brett will not appear in court again in this country, I'm certain of that. What? But why not? Alright. Take a guess.
I think it's deep. I think I know who it is. Mikoto. Without spoiling who it is, it's Mikotoba's voice, but deeper.
It is a matter of consular jurisdiction. Oh.
Oh, nope, I was entirely wrong. My bad.
Inspector Hosonaga, you want to clear out your throat real quick? I think that tuberculosis really got to you. It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate you. But what is all about consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her? Then who? Who's gonna bring her to justice? A British consular court will hear her case somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard. But why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now, that we've signed the friendship treaty. Yes, indeed. In normal circumstances, you're right. Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature of our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court like this. Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student, but doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. I feel like in Game 2 she's gonna come back. But Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There never was any danger of comeuppance for her. I don't believe it. The British government Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of foreign student committing murder very seriously. But it's all gonna change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt that a woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink. But Professor, you're right. There's no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. In that case, might I suggest La Carnival? Fuck no. As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. Okay, maybe. You're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you? Let's not worry about the details for now.
I'll just give you prion disease as I cough blood off
To La Carnival, will you accompany us, Professor? Of course! La Carnival's food is second to none.
I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release.
Oh, yes, thank you. So, Jazeel Brett won't be tried here. Suppose that means I'll never know. I'll find out why she killed... Actually, I was very curious about that too. I was going to ask. I'll find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Until Act 3. Kazuma? Yes, Ryunosuke. I just wanted to say thanks again. That's all. You really saved my skin today. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Your skills made a difference, though. I bet one day you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not sure about that. I'm dropping out of lawyer school. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer. Not me. What? Come on! Be serious. If I had helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean. Oh, no, not me. All that tense verbal combat, I never want to go through that ever again, and I would never wish that upon any of my descendants. I just did what you told me to do, that's all. But I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Alright? What do you mean, that's the point? Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon of the lawyer needs to... You know what the most crucial weapon... You know what the most... Fuck, words. What was the, history? You know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to believe.
That's why your descendant doesn't know jack shit and wins every trial.
I talked to the Fae clan recently. They projected into the future. That in the future... Your descendant won't know jack shit, just believe in his companions. Oh, and that the Faes will no longer be able to detect things in the future. They will only have the ability to talk to ghosts. Ha! Plot point closed, bitches. To believe what? Oh my god, he is just a Fae. He's fucking dying, guys. He's fucking dying. He's fucking dying.
Fine.
He's dying. Guys, can we get an F in the chat? He's gonna die.
I promised you that he's fine.
He's dying.
What if I just promised you
He's
that
getting
it's all gonna be
tuberculosis from Black Carnival.
He's getting tuberculosis. He ate too much bloody food.
He has a cut on the inside of his mouth and accidentally drank from that one glass that had some leftover Curare. Oh. A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it. I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. Being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in, even then. Well, that's not something that anyone can do. It's a special kind of person. Believing in your client. Just look at today's trial. I am a student lawyer with precious little experience, but you never stop believing in me. Well, you face seemingly hopeless situations time and time again, but you never stop looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it! Through your own efforts and because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. Sounds serious. What is...
Interrupting Hosonaga.
I'm trying to think of what his voice is. Ah, you're still here, are you? Oh, it's Dr. Hosonaga. I've arranged for some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. The first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget. Ah, yes, that too. I promise I'm not gonna die from here to La Carnival. So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma, Professor Mikotova, Sato-san, who acted as my assistant, Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still.
Get dunked on.
It was because of all the help and support of these people I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change.
Well, that's the great Ace journey. No more plot to do.
No more plot to do. We are done.
Achievement unlocked.
Achievement unlocked, baby. No more, no more. Do we want to go through the beginning of the next part because we have like 30 more minutes, or do we want to just end it here?
I mean, we might as well, right?
All right. Here's what we're going to do, guys, because I got to use the restroom and fill up with some water and give my throat a quick break. We're going to be right back. We're going to take 5 minutes, do what we got to do, and we'll be right back. How does that sound, everyone?
Ready. See you guys soon.
See you in a bit. All right, and we're back.
Hooray!
Hooray! Episode 2, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. Wait, what's the first one called?
The
Adventure of Great Departure.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see all the names of them already?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I can. All right, interesting.
Don't play them in the wrong order.
It's the Titanic! We're gonna sink!
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath.
Who the fuck is this?
In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes
it's
sprang
Wilson.
into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. You see it, Wilson, he yelled,
It is Wilson.
his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view.
This Shlomes does not look like Shlomes. He looks so stereotypically
The
Sherlock.
victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which she referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder,
Oh.
its fangs bared as it threatened to strike.
Snake.
It truly was the most terrible speckled band
It's a snake.
I had ever seen.
It's a snack!
Yeah, so again, these cases are all based loosely off of actual Sherlock Holmes stuff, but again, if you know the story, you will not know where the case is going, you'll just see the nods to it.
So then, let us unravel this mystery
So then, let's
and
unravel this.
discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor.
Wait, he has a
Almost certainly
fucking
would be from this upset box.
camera glasses? We don't even have that now!
A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not
Penned by the same hand as this message.
In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
What has he got there?
I love you,
This
Steampunk.
paper seal was placed just prior to the incident.
Wait, what? We got fucking fingerprints now?
Well,
We get thermal vision?
what have we
Don't
here?
even worry about it, Steph. This will never come back in any meaningful way.
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
That won't be necessary.
That won't be
You see,
necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
He's so fine, he is.
Locked room.
Oh yes, a lost room, but that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Holmes. You must have heard of me.
Is Ryunosuke there? Sherlock Holmes, baby, let's go! Get past that copyright! My head is throbbing. What's going on? Don't
The
there's
funny thing is, Sherlock Holmes is actually a character that was like used in Japanese literature to get around the copyright.
amazing.
So he's the name Sherlock Holmes has existed before this game, which is hilarious.
Amazing. Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Are we again the murder, like, accused? Oh my god. Wait, I can't move. We are getting accused of doing murder. God damn it. What? Are we the new Maya? Katie? Are we the new Maya?
I don't know.
We're the fucking new Maya. God damn it. This is gonna be literally like 10 cases of Ryunosuke frees himself by being in the wrong fucking place at the wrong goddamn time. He's not a defense attorney, he's a self-appointed attorney. What the? Why am I in handcuffs? So you wake up now, Oh. So you wake up now, We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. You! You found me then. We found you. And now you have to pay, criminal. How long you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, Sorry. Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, No, I'll tell you everything.
I think that's me. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you.
Did that?
Why did you do it? Why would you take his life?
Fuck it, he's dead. He's dead! No! My boy! You promised, Katie! Katie, you promised!
I said, what if I promise?
Katie, you promised! Ah! No! Mr. Sato! Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? You pretend not to know. You are a wolf in sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What?
Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago.
You lied to me, Katie!
I said, what if I promise?
And two, Katie! And two? Good boys can't last long, right, Hollow?
Here, in this very cabin, that was bolted shut from the inside.
His body? Please. Do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be! These handcuffs. Surely you don't think I
have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please.
No. No! Can't believe he's dead. Can't believe you've done this to me, Katie. Kazuma! It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? You won't get in trouble? Don't you find it fun to being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? There's really something else when you brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way the Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor? I thought I was gonna die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you can find yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. Ugh. Hope not. I get a feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? Or faithful judicial assistant, Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we've done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, no time the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. It won't be for long.
Get back in the closet, Marco. We're only friends.
We're only friends. And anyway, compared to hiding in my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? I'll be in there for sure. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what. Why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. You've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We're supposed to be going on this adventure to England, together, as platonic friends. We'll leave you at next port. Stay quiet till then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. Stevie's just like, gay! No, I'm not a murderer! Duh, you said that before. You even admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murder my best friend? Never. No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san! Please, tell me what happened. I need to know.
Very well. But there's something I would like to ask of you too.
Those eyes! She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. He's really been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. These handcuffs. You think I did it? You think I'm Kazuma's killer?
When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside.
What do you mean?
There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls.
Until I prove he could have, but you know. What?
Or to put it another way, the culprit can have only been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation?
It's impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly?
Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances?
Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me!
The cause of death is still undetermined.
You don't know how he died?
The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call.
So presumably that means there are no obvious external signs of injury then.
That's true, yes.
He could have had a heart attack, fuck off! Can't anyone tell me what actually happened in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma?
Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone.
Please!
Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all.
Well, yes, I was, but...
He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't.
Does that mean he was already done once the sun arrived at his cabin door, I wonder?
I knocked, but there was no reply. I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. I then forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside, there was Kazuma-sama, collapsed on the floor.
The white tape now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. Must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow.
I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe.
This is very hard to believe for me too, trust me.
Now I've told you everything that I know, so it's my turn to ask you a question.
Yes, alright. I'm throbbing like anything.
Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time.
I had no idea. How could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing?
No, that would have been impossible, obviously.
Yes, of course.
Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together.
He actually asked you. But why?
I'm afraid I don't know the reason myself.
I don't understand.
Kazuma, why did you want this? What's the real reason? Why did you go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? You ought to be a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it, I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well,
I just jumped on this ship because he said so.
You just told me you needed a friend to hold at night. You know, you don't have a teddy bear here. You need the snuggle buddy. That's completely platonic, right? Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, you were to become a lawyer, then... And what? Nothing. Forget it.
We could
No!
become legal partners.
We can become legal partners, if you know what I mean. No, I don't! Well, we're gonna open up a law firm and live in it together and all that good stuff. Live together? Yes, as partners.
You're slipping into your Edgeworth real good.
Oh, yeah.
Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing. But he wanted to change the Japanese legal system.
As it existed for 3 years.
Perhaps he thought he could do that with you.
Yes, maybe. There's something still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then. It was darker than I've ever seen it before. Sato-san. Sorry we kept the secret from you. I stowed away on the ship, I mean.
If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association.
That's exactly right, yeah. Wow, word perfect, in fact.
If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin?
Good question. Well, the thing is, I don't remember. Cosmo brought me something to eat, just like he always did. Then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, like I always did. After that, I...
Fell asleep.
Yeah.
So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed.
Oh, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really, I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. But for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything.
Really?
Something wrong?
Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it.
Sada-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it.
I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who possibly could have done this.
Unless a snake slid in from the vent that's on the top left-hand corner of the screen. Ugh. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? Ah! I can't take this.
Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen.
I'm sorry. Cosmo was killed right under my nose here. And I didn't do anything to stop it. Now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No! I can't allow it to happen.
Well, what do you propose to do then?
I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me.
Hiya!
Let's go! No, not the vent snakes. What the? Ugh!
That was a Susato takedown.
Something what? What martial art form is that?
I'm going to need you to prove it.
Sorry? Prove it?
Yes, your innocence. I need evidence.
I mean, before I went to bed last night, you know, that's why, you know, when the mommy and the daddy, you know. But how am I supposed to?
Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago?
And you're still not gonna believe me after that!
You successfully defended yourself in a court of law.
Ah, see. You just have to present some conclusive evidence. What's that court record have? Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense, because if it was stuck outside and it was not disturbed, I couldn't have stuck it back inside. There's two closed room situations. The closed room situation with me in the wardrobe, where I cannot have disturbed it and put it back up on there. Yeah, fair enough. I figured it out. That just doesn't believe me. There's some evidence right now that proves I'm not... okay, fair enough. Wait, we have to examine it. This is the paper seal I wrote for the wardrobe. I remember really working hard to make it. I never forgot how Cosmo reacted. You expect the Russian crew to be able to read that, he's saying? Still, I'm sure people get the idea even if they couldn't read it. So we used it anyways. And it worked! I don't know if the crew thought it was a creepy or what, but no one opened the doors. You can see the remnants of glue we used to stick this over the wardrobe doors. Although it wasn't proper glue, of course, we didn't have any of that with us, so I pulverized some rice into paste to use instead. But to someone like me, every single grain of rice represents precious rations. So I spread it as thinly as I could. I couldn't bear to waste any. So we have a very thin, very easy to ruin glue. And you wouldn't make much of it because we need to eat. Nom nom nom, baby. Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors?
Oh, yes it was. I remember clearly.
I thought so. Cosmo put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well.
Ah,
Yes!
yes.
Oh,
Excuse me. Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them.
but if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of my doors on my own.
Yes, that's quite true.
In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma.
Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you.
Thank you, Susato-san. Now, you think perhaps you could help me get up?
Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here, at least.
Thank you. So you finally believe me?
I'm sorry. No,
You son of a bitch. What?
I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put
Oh,
the sign
come
back in
on.
position.
Yeah, let me do my magic spirit medium bullshit. Let me call the phase real quick. What does she think I am, a magician?
For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same.
Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san.
Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts.
I will murder you. Oh!
I shall be watching you, to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene.
I wouldn't want...
I wouldn't want you... Excuse me. Naruhodo-san, I am speaking. I wouldn't want you to using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example.
Right. Well, anyways, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. And start examining next Tuesday. I think this is a good place to stop. I thought we were gonna have a lot of exposition, actually.
Yeah, man, straight into it. Let's go.
Another 3 hours, baby. If I had off tomorrow, I'd consider, but I do not. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all had a blast. I know I did. That was some wild ass shit, man. That fucking swan. I did not know the thing was alive. I did not know that thing was fucking alive. Like, I didn't expect Sana to be like, yeah, no, that swan that lady has on her head, it's fucking alive and pops out chicks like no tomorrow. So here, I assume it's like 10 p.m. Yeah, it's like 10 p.m. here. You're right, Stevie. We're gonna raid Oyasumi Luna-chan. She's a friend of the stream. And yeah. If you guys haven't already, make sure, and I will put this episode up on YouTube as always by Saturday. Subscribe to the YouTube. All the Ace Attorney streams are up there. If you guys want to see the first 3 Ace Attorney games, all 3 are up there as well. Like, just watch right through them and have a great old time. Make sure to like the videos. I would be greatly appreciative, and comment on them if you have the ability to. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Say hi to Elijah over on Twitter and all that good stuff. Here's a raid message. If you don't have the emotes, you can pay 80 worms to get the emote to use for 24 hours, or you can just say plant raid. Anything you want to say, Katie?
Stay safe and stay Botanist Cool.
And I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye, everyone. Beautiful.